Today, I want to speak with you about something deeply meaningful, something that can change the way you see the world and the way you experience life. We live in a world that often tells us that success, happiness, and fulfillment come from outside of ourselves, from wealth, fame, achievements, and recognition. But today, I want to invite you to look inward, to recognize that the true source of happiness and strength lies not in the external world, but within you. It is not in the material things we acquire, the titles we earn, or the approval of others. True happiness and fulfillment are born from inner peace, emotional resilience, and self-control. Let me start with self-control, one of the most powerful tools at our disposal. In a world full of distractions, temptations, and challenges, controlling our desires and impulses can feel like an uphill battle. Yet, self-control is the foundation upon which all success, whether material or spiritual, is built. Without it, we are at the mercy of fleeting emotions, whims, and external circumstances. Self-control is not about denying ourselves joy or living a rigid, emotionless life. On the contrary, it is about mastering our emotions so that we can live with clarity, intention, and purpose. It is about being able to choose our response in any given situation rather than reacting impulsively to whatever life throws our way. This mastery of our own mind and actions allows us to live freely, not bound by our urges, frustrations, or desires. As one philosopher put it, "He who controls others may be powerful, but he who has mastered himself is mightier still." Inner peace, my friends, is another essential element in the pursuit of true happiness. Inner peace does not come from controlling the external world, but from learning to let go of the things we cannot control. Many of us spend so much energy worrying about things beyond our power. What people think of us, whether certain situations will turn out the way we hope, or whether we will achieve the success we've been working towards. But here's the truth. Worrying about uncontrollable factors is wasted energy. Inner peace is the ability to remain calm and centered even when the world around you is in chaos. It is the deep, unshakable knowledge that your worth is not defined by external success or others' approval. It is knowing that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond. True peace comes from detaching yourself from outcomes, from realizing that while you may not always have control over what happens in life, you always have control over your reactions. The world will continue to change, challenges will continue to arise, and circumstances will not always be in our favor. But if we cultivate inner peace, we can weather these storms with grace and resilience. When you find peace within yourself, you are no longer pulled in 1,000 different directions by external events. You become like a calm lake, still and serene, no matter what turbulence occurs around you. Emotional resilience is another key to living a fulfilling life. It is the ability to bounce back from life's challenges, disappointments, and setbacks with strength and grace. Life is full of ups and downs, and none of us are immune to its difficulties. But how we respond to those challenges defines who we are and shapes the course of our lives. Emotional resilience is not about pretending that hardships don't affect us, nor is it about suppressing our feelings. It's about feeling the full range of human emotions, anger, sadness, frustration, and still choosing to move forward with strength. In difficult times, resilience allows us to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than as obstacles to our happiness. It teaches us that we grow stronger not despite adversity, but because of it. Every hardship we face is a chance to cultivate patience, wisdom, and strength. Instead of seeing challenges as reasons to give up, we must embrace them as stepping stones to becoming the best version of ourselves. It is often said that the most successful people are not those who avoid failure, but those who know how to rise again after falling. Emotional resilience is that quiet voice inside that tells you, "This too shall pass." when you are in the midst of hardship. It is the courage to keep going, knowing that brighter days lie ahead. A vital part of emotional resilience is learning to let go of comparison. So many of us look at others and compare our lives to theirs. We see someone else's success, wealth, or happiness, and we feel less than. But the truth is, comparison is the thief of joy. Each of us is on a unique journey. We have our own paths to walk, our own lessons to learn, and our own victories to achieve. When we focus on our journey instead of being distracted by what others are doing, we free ourselves from feelings of inadequacy and envy. We begin to appreciate our own progress, no matter how small, and we realize that life is not a race. Life, my friends, is not about arriving at a destination. It is about how we travel the path. It is about the decisions we make, the challenges we face, and the strength we cultivate along the way. If we spend our time chasing external success, always striving for more, we will never find contentment. There will always be more to achieve, more to gain, and more to prove. But if we turn inward and focus on mastering ourselves, on cultivating self-control, inner peace, and emotional resilience, we will find that true happiness has been within us all along. So I urge you, my friends, to focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Let go of the need for external validation and recognize that your worth is inherent. It does not come from what you own, what you've achieved, or what others think of you. It comes from who you are inside, from the character you cultivate, and from the peace you carry in your heart. When you master yourself, you become unshakable. The world can throw its worst at you, and still, you will remain standing, strong and at peace. And that, my friends, is the true essence of living a fulfilled life. Now, I want to talk about something that is at the very core of living a meaningful life. We are often so focused on the external world, on what others think of us, or on achieving success, that we forget to nurture the things that matter most: our integrity, our sense of responsibility, and our ability to appreciate the present moment. These are the values that bring true fulfillment, and they are within our control. When we prioritize them, we find a deep sense of peace and purpose. Let's explain with integrity. What does it mean to live with integrity? It means that we align our actions with our values. It means that we do what is right, even when no one is watching, and even when it is difficult. In today's world, where appearances can often seem more important than character, it is easy to get lost in the pursuit of approval, status, or recognition. But at the end of the day, what truly defines us is not how others see us, but who we are when all the distractions are stripped away. Living with integrity means being honest with ourselves and with others. It means making decisions based on what we know is right, not based on what is convenient or beneficial in the short term. And yes, there will be times when holding on to integrity feels like an uphill battle, especially when shortcuts are tempting or when we feel pressured to conform. But remember, shortcuts may bring temporary gain, but they often come at the cost of our peace of mind. When you live in alignment with your values, you cultivate a sense of trust in yourself, and that trust is invaluable. People may admire you for your success, but they will respect you for your integrity. And most importantly, you will respect yourself. Integrity is the foundation upon which a fulfilling life is built. Without it, no amount of external success can bring lasting satisfaction. It is a lifelong practice, and it requires constant reflection. But the rewards, inner peace, respect, and trust, are worth the effort. Next, let's talk about responsibility. This is one of the most empowering principles we can adopt in our lives. Taking responsibility means owning our choices, our actions, and even our mistakes. It means letting go of the tendency to blame others for our circumstances and recognizing that we are in control of how we respond to life's challenges. We may not be able to control everything that happens to us, but we can always control how we react. Taking responsibility for our lives allows us to step out of the role of a victim and into the role of a creator. When we stop blaming others or external circumstances, we realize the power we have to change our situation. Responsibility gives us the freedom to choose our path. It allows us to take action, make decisions, and move forward without waiting for the world to change. But taking responsibility is not just about action. It's also about accepting that we are human and that we will make mistakes. When we take responsibility for our errors, we give ourselves the opportunity to learn and grow. Blaming others or denying our faults only keeps us stuck. But when we own our mistakes, we can use them as stepping stones to become better, wiser, and stronger. There is immense power in this. When you stop focusing on what others have done to you or how life has been unfair, and instead ask yourself, what can I do? How can I grow from this? You reclaim your power. Responsibility is not a burden. It is a gift. It is the key to personal growth and empowerment. And finally, I want to talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most transformative practices we can embrace. In a world that constantly pushes us to want more, achieve more, and be more, we often forget to appreciate what we already have. But here's the truth. No matter how much we achieve, if we do not learn to appreciate the present moment, we will always feel that something is missing. Gratitude is not just about being thankful for the good things in life. It is about finding appreciation even in the challenges, because every experience, whether pleasant or difficult, carries a lesson. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we have. This shift in perspective brings a sense of peace, contentment, and joy that cannot be found in material success or external validation. Life is full of uncertainty. None of us know what tomorrow will bring. But when we practice gratitude, we learn to savor the present moment. We learn to appreciate the beauty in the ordinary, the lessons and the challenges, and the connections we share with others. Gratitude reminds us that life is a gift, and that even in its imperfections, it is worth cherishing. One of the greatest benefits of gratitude is that it frees us from comparison. When we are truly grateful for what we have, we no longer feel the need to compare ourselves to others. We stop measuring our worth based on what someone else has achieved or how someone else's life looks. Instead, we find contentment in our own journey, knowing that we are exactly where we need to be. As we go through life, it is easy to get caught up in the pursuit of more success, more recognition, more possessions. But true fulfillment does not come from accumulating more. It comes from living with integrity, taking responsibility for our lives, and practicing gratitude for the present moment. When we align our actions with these principles, we find a deep sense of peace and purpose that no external achievement can provide. I urge you, my friends, to take a moment to reflect on your own lives. Are you living in alignment with your values? Are you taking responsibility for your choices, your actions, and your growth? Are you appreciating the present moment? Or are you caught in the endless pursuit of more? It is easy to get lost in the distractions of the world, but I encourage you to come back to what truly matters. Live with integrity, not just when it's convenient, but always. Take responsibility for your life and recognize the immense power you have to create your own path. And above all, practice gratitude. Appreciate the present moment, because it is all we truly have. When we live with these values, we cultivate a deep sense of inner peace. We no longer feel the need to chase after external success, because we know that true fulfillment comes from within. We no longer compare ourselves to others, because we recognize the unique beauty of our own journey. And we no longer feel weighed down by the challenges of life, because we see them as opportunities for growth. My dear friends, life is not about what we achieve or what we acquire. It is about how we live, how we treat others, and how we grow as individuals. Let us commit to living with integrity, taking responsibility for our actions, and practicing gratitude every day. In doing so, we will find a peace and fulfillment that no external success can ever provide. Thank you for your time, your openness, and your willingness to reflect on these important principles.